1st of May or International Labour's Day today as the day is celebrated across the world, calling for more labour rights for the workers. Despite a long history exceeding over 100 years since the day is observed as a celebration of labour by the workforce scattered around the world, nothing much has been achieved as the struggle of the labour class to make their two ends meet remains intact, barring a few exceptions. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. It's 1st of May as International Labour Day observed across the world. The plight of the working class aggravates in the face of rising living cost. The candidates for the upcoming local elections intensify their door-to-door campaigning, reaching out to the voters after the Commission granted them of election symbols. Russia urges the United States and NATO to stop supplying Kyiv with arms, citing this is the only way to resolve Ukraine crisis. And Can reschedules cricket itinerary against Zimbabwe A. Nepal kick-off T20 series first beginning today. The match slated at 1 p.m. at TU ground. It's 1st of May today, the International Labour Day. According to statistics, there are 13.5 million labourers in the country. An increase of 400,000 to 600,000 workers is recorded each year. The political parties, however, have failed to address suitable management of labourers in their election manifestos for the upcoming local level elections. 69 political parties have filed their candidacies in different posts for the upcoming local polls. Over 150,000 candidates are in the fray for 35,221 positions in local levels, which will be elected by the local polls scheduled for 13th of May. Majority of the political parties and independent candidates have made public their election manifestos. However, the issue of labour management has failed to be publicized in their agendas. The largest party, CPN-UML, has put forth the slogan cooperatives in every village, employment in every household, dignified work, honourable labour. Nepali Congress has included public freedom, good governance and accountability in its 88-page-long election manifesto. Janata Samajwadi has mentioned of providing employment to 50 individuals in ward levels and 500 in municipalities. CPN Unified Socialist, meanwhile, is currently publicizing the works accomplished by CPN-UML-led government for 9 months in the Nepali year 2051. The political parties and candidates have assured of creating job opportunities despite their inability to clarify on what grounds. The parties and independent candidates have not prioritized data collection and employment issue despite thousands of labourers facing difficulty to make their ends meet. Some local level election candidates have included zero tolerance for corruption in their election agendas, while others have incorporated mono and metro trains. Meanwhile, the problem of labourers in the country have remained intact for years. The political parties' indifference in addressing the issue has further fueled the plight of the labourers. The candidates for the upcoming local elections have intensified their door-to-door campaigning, reaching out to the voters after the Election Commission granted the respective candidates with their electoral symbols. Political parties' candidates have received the respective party symbol as election symbol, while the remaining independent candidates and rebel candidates have received 40 different symbols. 6 nationally recognized parties, CPN-UML, Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre, Janata Samajwadi Party, CPN Unified Socialist and Loktantrik Samajwadi Party, as well as other fringe parties, have been allocated their respective party symbols as the election symbols. The Election Commission has provided the respective party symbols to the registered political parties, while independent candidates have received different symbols for the upcoming local level elections. The candidates can run election campaigns before the silent period begins 48 hours before the voting day, as they have received their election symbols. The local level election is scheduled for 13th of May, while the registered parties and independent candidates can run election campaigns until 11th of May. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question: what's your take on the contractors dilly-dallying on public construction works? The options are A. Weak monitoring, B. Dodging works, and C. Extreme inflation. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to sports update.
Sports news.
Cricket Association of Nepal has rescheduled the itinerary against Zimbabwe A series with more rain forecast in the coming days. As per the changed schedule, the two sides are all set to begin T20 series at the capital's TU Cricket Ground from today. The two teams were earlier set to play a one-day series beginning yesterday. However, the first tie of the series scheduled for yesterday had to be called off amid rains and wet conditions. The T20 match today will begin at 1 p.m. while the second match is slated for tomorrow, followed by the third match on Wednesday. The one-day series will be played from this Friday. Before wrapping up, let's take a look at the top stories one more time. It's 1st of May as International Labour Day observed across the world. The plight of the working class aggravates in the face of rising living cost. The candidates for the upcoming local elections intensify their door-to-door campaigning, reaching out to the voters after the Commission granted them of election symbols. Russia urges the United States and NATO to stop supplying Kyiv with arms, citing this is the only way to resolve Ukraine crisis. And CAN reschedules cricket itinerary against Zimbabwe A. Nepal kick-off T20 series first beginning today. The match slated at 1 p.m. at TU Ground. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.